When emotions escalate, most people try to shut them down as quickly as possible. But what if regulation isn't about stopping that experience? What if it's about giving it space? I'm Amy Kelly, licensed mental health therapist in Florida and Colorado. I'm the owner of Wildly Authentic Counseling, where we work with adults with ADHD on slowing things down enough to respond instead of react. For many adults with ADHD, emotion escalation tends to follow familiar internal patterns. You might recognize thoughts like, I'm not good enough, I'm too much, I shouldn't be like this, I'm failing again. These thoughts often show up automatically, not because they're true, but because they're well-worn. These thoughts usually come with some emotions underneath them, things like shame, fear, frustration, sadness, and then your body responds. You might notice the tight chest. That's my biggest cue. A clenched jaw, shallow breathing, lump in your throat, restlessness, or the urge to flee or escape, or just the impulse to shut down completely. All of these things happening together is the pattern unfolding in real time. When this happens, many people try to stop the experience as quickly as possible. We distract, we minimize, we tell ourselves we shouldn't feel this way. But often that urgency to shut it down comes from fear, not from regulation. Fear that that emotion will be too much. Fear that that feeling will last forever. Fear that if we let it exist, we will lose control. The pause in trying to recognize these patterns isn't about controlling yourself. It's about creating space for yourself. Space for that emotion to fully form. Space for your body to complete its response. Space for your nervous system to realize, I can feel this and be okay. When you pause, you're not feeding the pattern, but you're also not necessarily fighting it. The pause doesn't have to be dramatic. It might be one slow breath, placing your feet on the floor, silently naming, this is that pattern again, or reminding yourself this feeling is allowed to exist. Even a few seconds of space can change how the pattern unfolds. So for today, the next time you notice a familiar thought pattern, I want you to try this. Can I let this experience breathe for just a few seconds longer before I react or shut it down? That's it. That's the pause. Just sitting in it a little bit more. What thought tends to show up for you first when emotions start to escalate? Let me know in the comments. For me, it's usually, I'm not good enough. Remember, you don't pause to make the emotion go away. You pause to show your nervous system that emotions can move through you safely.